Well, hello again. Good evening and welcome to another broadcast of Quincy High School Blue Devil basketball on WGEM. Right here on your smart TV app, news app, and WGEM.com. It is a Western Big Six Conference Tuesday night here at Blue Devil Gym as we get you ready for the Pioneers of Alleman Catholic High School and the Blue Devils. Alleman comes into this one with a record of 5-11 overall. They are 1-4 in the Western Big Six. However, they are coming off of that first conference win this past Friday night. We'll get to that in just a bit. Quincy, they're 4-10 overall. They're also 1-4 in conference play. Their conference win came back before the holidays here on this floor over Galesburg. They have dominated, which is kind of a running theme for a few of the Western Big Six matchups for Quincy in recent years, but they have dominated the head-to-head matchup with the Pioneers in recent years. We'll get to that and much more coming up on your pregame stat sheet. But I'm Brock Hampsmeyer. I've got Lindsey Fisher alongside here this evening as well. Good to see you, Lindsey. Appreciate you being here this evening.
Yeah, good to be here, Brock. Sometimes can't wait for the weekend, so having a Tuesday night game, gets everyone after work, and they're like, oh, crap, I got a game to go to. So. Yeah,
we've been doing this for a few years now since they introduced the Tuesday night games, but it still feels a little weird sometimes.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Quick turnaround.
But good to be here, and again, two teams that have struggled in conference play so far, although, as I mentioned, the Pioneers are coming off that first conference win. Alleman has struggled as a program overall for years now. Quincy, of course, had this amazing run of success for the last half decade or so, and now they've fallen on some struggles here this year with a young group. But it's going to be interesting to see just exactly how this matchup plays out here tonight because, again, Quincy's dominated this matchup over the last many years. But, again, with this young and experienced Blue Devil team, you can't take anything for granted this year.
No, yep, I agree. I mean, they look a little bit similar on the conference side, 1-4 record and about a one-game difference with overall record. So it should be a good matchup tonight.
So we got plenty more to come. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll get to that pregame stat sheet and some more keys to the matchup between Quincy and Rock Island Alleman. It's right here on WGEM.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, doors and more. 5, 6, per via pick. 7, 8, windows are great. 9, 10, do it again.
Doors and more. What's the more?
Windows!
Hi, yes, I'm a stack of jeans. Stay with me now. I've seen some things, well, mostly legs, but I've never seen a deal like this. Now through January 22nd, every single pair of pants at Farm & Home Supply is on sale. Even me. I'm talking 5, 10, 15, 25 bucks off your favorite pair of pants. Ariat, Wrangler, Levi's, Dickies, tall jeans, work pants. I swear these will fit denim. Shop in-store or online at farmandhomesupply.com. Button this up before it's gone.
If you've been in a motor vehicle accident, contact McCleary Law.
There was nowhere to go. We were on a bridge.
All of a sudden, a guy started going over in our lane and hit us head on.
I couldn't even breathe. It was just unbelievable that it even happened.
We needed to get a hold of an attorney, and our first thoughts was to get a hold of Dan McCleary. Everything's pretty easy when you deal with Dan.
He got us way more than we expected to get.
We don't charge anything until we win your case. Call McCleary Law.
1 in 8.
1 in 8. 1 in 8.
1 in 8.
I am 1 in 8.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer. Our specialists in Quincy and Hannibal are here so you receive exceptional care, close to home. From industry-leading early detection technology to clinical research and oncology care, we're here to stop cancer from getting in the way. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way.
You know, you make a better door than a window.
Actually, we make both. Doors and more. What's the more?
Welcome back to our pregame coverage, getting you ready for this Tuesday night Western Big Six Conference matchup between Alleman and Quincy High. And let's get into your pregame stat sheet. It's brought to you by Tri-City Sports. Give them a call, 217-224-2489. They're located at 535 Main Street, downtown Quincy. Customize your team with Tri-City Sports. And I mentioned for the Pioneers, they won their last conference game to get their first conference win of the season after losing their first four. They won at Sterling last Friday night, 68-60. They then backed that up with a non-conference win on Saturday over Rock Falls, 67-65. So Pioneers have won their last two. That gets them to 5-11 overall. 1-4 in conference play. They'll wrap up the first trip through the conference matchups coming up on Friday when they face Rock Island. Quincy, meanwhile, also 1-4. Their one win coming against Galesburg here at home back on December 19th. They won that one 45-41. They lost last Friday night on the road at UT 52-34 in Western Big Six play. Quincy will wrap up the first leg of conference play as they'll go to Moline coming up on Friday night at Wharton Fieldhouse, and then you get into the rematches, wrapping up the home and homes with all the conference opponents the rest of the way. I mentioned the dominance head-to-head between these two. Quincy's won the last 15 consecutive meetings with Alleman. You got to go back a long ways before you find the last Pioneers victory. However, you don't have to go back very far to find the last Blue Devil victory because that was Saturday night. They lost on the road at UT on Friday, but then here at home on Saturday night, got a much-needed win over Springfield High, 53-52. A free throw in the final seconds from freshman Parker Douglas was the difference, as Quincy actually got it done at the free throw line in the fourth quarter of that game, hitting 12 out of 17, and for the game, 20 out of 31, an area where they've struggled all year, Lindsay. They were below 50% as a team, but they've actually got it up over 50% now. The team number up to 54% now at the free throw line. So, baby steps, right?
Yeah, baby steps. Yeah, Parker Douglas needed to sink one shot out of his two free throws, and he did it. I remember seeing Coach Douglas over there. He's like, you just need one. So he made the first one, so I guess the second one he could take a little stress off. But, yeah, great game by them, by the way. Very entertaining to watch. So hopefully they build off that and they get another win here in Blue Devil Gym.
Brennan Lepper had one of his best games in his first year at the varsity level as a freshman, 16 points to lead the way in the win here on Saturday night. And Juelz Clausel continues to become pretty steady Eddie as he was in double figures both games over the weekend and had 13 in the win on Saturday. So that's your pregame stat sheet. All your stat sheets are brought to you by Tri-City Sports. And now we get into this matchup, Lindsay. And again, the keys to the game in this broadcast brought to you in part by Quincy Medical Group, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And as we hinted off the top, again, these are two teams that are in the same spot in the conference standings, but that's new territory for Quincy compared to what they've gotten used to in recent years. Alleman, it's kind of same old, but this is a Pioneers team that has been much more competitive this year. Again, they beat Sterling on Friday on the road. They played tight with Moline for 2 or 3 quarters in that matchup at Wharton Fieldhouse. They've been much more competitive this year. They've got a couple of freshmen that are going to play, just like Quincy here tonight, that we saw play in the sophomore game as well. So I think this is pretty interesting, pretty compelling. Kind of similar teams. If you forget about the history and you forget about where they've been in recent years and you just look at them here and now,
like right now,
a lot of similarities.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I've noted before the game, I was like, I think this freshman bigs, you got 6'7" Brendan Lepper and 6'7" Abraham Awar. So I'm excited to see them battle in the paint tonight. So I think whoever gets more bunnies tonight, Lepper or Awar, is going to determine.
Yeah, that could go a long way. The Pioneers do have a couple of upperclassmen, guys that have played at the varsity level for a couple of years now, and senior guard Adam Van Meegum and junior guard Jack Wendt. Now, again, they haven't had a ton of success at the varsity level, but they do have experience. So we'll see what they can do in this matchup. It's funny because the deeper into this season we get, I feel like it gets somewhat tougher and tougher to deviate from some of the same keys each night for this young Blue Devil team because there's these areas that are just there every night, right?
Yep.
Turnovers, rebounding, and
free throws.
Yeah, consistent scoring, avoiding those scoring lulls that they've had at times that kind of doom them after, they'll play good for a quarter or two and then kind of go cold for a while. But we've seen signs here of late. Couple of games down at Collinsville, the first 3 quarters at UT last Friday night, and then obviously they played well on Saturday in the win over Springfield. So, especially that fourth quarter against Springfield on Saturday night, I think I don't think I know that Coach Andy Douglas and his staff are hoping that the confidence and some of the moments that they came up with in key plays to get that win on Saturday, that they can start to carry more of those things forward.
Yeah, I mean, that QHS team on Saturday night looked like what they looked like against Collinsville and against Belleville-Altoff. I mean, I think that's tops. They lost to Belleville-Altoff, but that was the most aggressive I've seen all season until Saturday. So I think that the Springfield win was huge, and you could tell from Andy Douglas he was really excited. So I'm guessing at practice or how many practices he had this week, which wasn't very many. I think he was probably expressing that quite a bit to his squad.
Well, they've yet to win consecutive games this season. They'll try to accomplish that feat here this evening at Blue Devil Gym on a Western Big Six Tuesday night. Can Quincy make it 16 consecutive wins head-to-head against the Pioneers? You could see last Friday night at UT kind of how much it meant to the Panthers to get that win against Quincy. That's another team that Quincy has dominated in recent years. You could tell it meant a lot to them. Boy, if Alleman could come here to Blue Devil Gym and win, even on a Tuesday night like this, I know it would mean a ton to them. So that's what Quincy's trying to avoid here tonight. And again, looking for back-to-back wins for the first time this season as well. Thanks for joining us on the pregame. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll get to your starting lineups and get you ready for the action right here on WGEM.
Happiness starts with a smile, and Advanced Dental Care gives you more reasons to smile. Passion, focus, precision. At Advanced Dental Care, quality care is our commitment to you. Whether it's your first visit or a routine checkup, get the care you deserve. Choose Advanced Dental Care, where we offer comprehensive dental care and orthodontic services for children and adults. Comfortable, compassionate care. ADVDentalCare.com. 4561 Main Street. Schedule your appointment today. New patients welcome. At Advanced Dental Care, we'll make you smile.
Top 5 reasons you should choose
Blessing Raymond College.
Small classes, peer tutoring, and lots of personal attention.
Financial aid opportunities, including grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness.
Successful outcomes, from pass rates to job placement.
Hands-on learning, clinical experience at multiple sites, and no wait list.
The Simulation Center.
Master clinical skills in this state-of-the-art facility.
Be ready for anything.
What are you waiting for?
Enroll with Blessing Raymond College today.
Comfort. It's a basic necessity. It can be a treat, a cozy place. Often, it's each other. It's something we feel, feeling comfortable. Since 1955, Peters Heating and Air, along with Carrier, has kept comfort in stock. We know that, in good times or bad, one of the most inherent things we ask for is this simple feeling. That's something we'll always provide and preserve. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Peters Heating and Air.
I'm Natalie Will. Every month I have the honor of surprising an amazing teacher with a WGEM Golden Apple Award. Now, I need your help finding the next honoree. Students, parents, if there's a teacher making a difference in your life, nominate them at WGEM.com. Let's celebrate the teachers who inspire us every day. Nominate your teacher for the WGEM Golden Apple Award.
The WGEM Golden Apple Awards, sponsored by Hy-Vee, Taupro, and State Street Bank.
All right, back with you here at Blue Devil Gym. They just announced the starters for the Alleman Pioneers. Again, they are 5-11 overall, 1-4 in the Western Big Six for head coach Scott Morrell. And their lineup looks like this. 5'9" senior number 4, Adam Van Meegum. A 5'9" junior number 10, Jack Wendt. A 6'1" sophomore number 11, Dylan Pulich. A 6' sophomore number 13, Bryce Jackson. And a 6'2" sophomore, number 24, Miles Granite. And as we hinted at earlier, we do expect to see the 6'7" freshman Abraham Awar out there as well, and maybe a couple of other freshmen along the way for Alleman. So, again, other than those two upper-class guards and Van Meegum and Wendt, 3 other sophomores in the starting lineup for the Pioneers. Here in a moment, I'll sit back, as always, when we're here at Blue Devil Gym and let you enjoy one of the best pregame ceremonies in the country at the high school level. Here is the Blue Devil. And now they'll introduce the starters for the Blue Devils. 4-10 overall, 1-4 in the Western Big Six. Head coach Andy Douglas in his 12th year at his alma mater. 232 wins and 94 losses as Blue Devils head coach. So, same starting 5, last 3 consecutive games now. Avion Tate, 6'2", senior, number 5. Number 10, the 5'9", freshman Parker Douglas. Number 20, 5'11", sophomore Dwells Clausell. Number 32, the 6'2", freshman Tim Griffith. And number 54, the 6'7" freshman Brennan Lepper. Again, Quincy playing without Thomas Woodson Jr. again tonight. He is suspended due to a issue with Quincy High School rules. He missed the last 2 games over the weekend. He'll miss tonight. And then his status after that is to be determined. Right off the tip, Lepper fires it ahead to Douglas, but nothing doing off that. Now Lepper right down to the post, turn around, got it. And a good start for Quincy. Lepper in the post. Minute in, Lepper now top of the key, splashdown. And the big fella opens up with 5 straight points. He goes post and now triple to make it 5-0 Quincy.
If Lepper continues to do that all night, I think Alleman's in trouble.
Yeah, no doubt. There's a 3 fired up at the other end, and that's good. Granite, the sophomore, answers for the Pioneers. Their first points. And Lepper, he's going to have an advantage all night long until or if they put the 6'7 freshman Awar out there. So, Alleman kind of switching things here. They're switching everything right now. Griffith, drive from the angle, across the paint, scoop, no. Rebound, put back, Tate is blocked. Lepper, he kicks it out instead of going back up with it. Now Douglas, there's the floater, good. And a 4-point lead for Quincy. 2 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Out of the corner, another 3. This one no good, and good rebound by Clausel.
Yeah, looks like he got held there for a little bit.
Pass up to Tate, who's stuck on the block. Yep, Douglas standing open on the other side, but instead Clausel will reset. Cutting across, Griffith to the block, and he puts it up and in off the window. Timeout, Alleman. And a really nice start here offensively for sure for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I mean, aggressive defense, got a couple turnovers early, and then Lepper with 5 points already, and then Tim Griffith just taking it to the hole, to the center down there of Alleman. I mean, just great way to come out here. Hopefully Andy Douglas has a timeout here and tells his team to just keep doing what they're doing.
Timeouts, by the way, they're brought to you by McCleary Law. If you're injured, call or text McCleary Law at 2178. I'm hurt for a free case evaluation. Nothing hurting Quincy so far. They definitely have come out playing like a team confident off that win on Saturday night. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Baseline drive, good help there by Griffith, and gets back to his man. Really good hustle right there. Granite drive and kick. Now baseline Van Meegum, back to Granite, short jumper, got it. So Granite's got all 5 points for the Pioneers. 3 minutes gone in the first. There's the lob down low. Good catch, but Lepper can't finish it. Might have rushed that a bit. Quickly up the floor. Job by Tate to deny Granite there. Now they'll swing it around the horn. Went will drive. Tough floater. High off the window, no. And Lepper with a good rebound. Kick out now. Douglas pushing. Douglas into contact. No whistle. Tate put back. No. Douglas with another offensive board. And Quincy's already got a few of those as well. Griffith, did he step out? Yeah, he did. Pretty good take, but he just hit the toe on the baseline there. That's the first Quincy turnover.
Yeah, as you said in pregame, Brock, like one thing Quincy always needs to work on is turnovers, free throws, and then offensive rebounds. So the last couple games I've seen them play, they've done better at offensive rebounds for sure.
Again, they've already got a few here in the early going. Not quite midway through the first. Little fumble there in the corner, but able to recover. And, yeah, he's going to call for the double dribble. That's number 3, Vale Basiri, a freshman who just checked in. And that's the second Alleman turnover. Also got number 1, Darion McDaniel, a freshman who's checked in for the Pioneers. Driving, Clausell, nice feed to a wide open Lepper underneath for 2. 7 points already for Brennan. And a 6-point lead for Quincy. Here's McDaniel, the freshman, and he missed it. Clausell fights him for the rebound and pulls it out of there. Yep, got to get it down to Lepper, and he does a good job right there. Quick post and off the glass. And let the big fella eat. Because he's got the advantage all night tonight down there. Deep 3, in and out. And a good box out right there by Lepper. Way outside. 3:15 to go in the first. A bucket here would give Quincy a double-digit advantage for the first time. A little disjointed in the offensive set. So Lepper just steps out and says, I'll bury a 3. How about Brennan Lepper? 12 points already here in the first quarter.
I wonder what they had for lunch today.
Right?
At QHS.
Those big threes are brought to you by your local State Farm agent, Charles Schultz. Find him at 48th and Broadway as Granite finds himself another bucket. He's got all 7 points for the Pioneers. Cuts it back to a 9-point game. See if anybody else for the Pioneers elects to show up tonight. Here's Douglas, pull up from 12. Might have got hit, no call. Tate tries to put back, no. And oh boy, that bounced off of 2 or 3 Alleman players underneath, and Quincy's going to get it back as Wilson Freiberg will make his first appearance, and a well-deserved breather for Brennan Lepper after a 12-point start to the night here for him in the first quarter. Oh, nice cut to the hoop, and Clausell will lay it in for his first of the night. 2:10 to go in the first. And back to a double-digit lead for Quincy. And there's a new man on the floor. Julian Punkowitz, a sophomore. And there's a 3 out of the corner. Granted, not this time. And Tate tracks down the rebound. Douglas into the front court. Moves it off to Griffith. Aggressive switch there by the freshman. Nearly got the steal, and then Griffith did lose it after that. And then we got a foul heading up the floor on Quincy. And that'll be Parker Douglas. First of the night on Quincy. And now Avery Beeston in for the first time, the junior guard. He'll replace Griffith. 1.5 minutes to go, opening quarter. Here's Wentz, free throw line, pull up, and off the rim, no. Freiberg couldn't track it down. That's Punkowitz who kicks it out. Wentz will fire a 3, and that's good. Second triple, first point scored by a Pioneer not named Miles Granite. 8-point game. Minute to go, opening quarter. Freiberg trapped in the baseline, skips it. Clausell, he'll drive, switches to the right hand. No, got his own rebound, though. Now wide open, Beeston. No, it won't go. And look out, we got 2 players down, 1 for each side. We head the other way. Granite into contact. Can't get that to go. And then, Freiberg got pushed on the rebound. And that'll be the first Alleman foul of the night. And it's on the freshman McDaniel. 38.5 seconds left in the opening quarter. And a couple more Pioneers checking in. We got Van Meegum back in the lineup. He'll replace Wentz. And Polish, the sophomore, back in as well as Granite and Wentz come out. Let's see how deliberate Quincy is here with an 8-point lead. And they're playing a little keep away up top here. With the 3 guards, Clausell, Douglas, and Beeston. Down to 18 seconds. And let's see when they decide to go here. Down to 10. Douglas being hounded. Got to do something. Oh, they rushed at him. Now leads to Beast in a drive, and he scores. Final seconds, and no shot for Alleman. Quincy will take a 10-point lead as we head to the second quarter here on WGEM.
Hi, yes, I'm a stack of jeans. Stay with me now. I've seen some things. Well, mostly legs, but I've never seen a deal like this. Now through January 22nd, every single pair of pants at Farm & Home Supply is on sale. Even me. I'm talking 5, 10, 15, 25 bucks off your favorite pair of pants. Ariat, Wrangler, Levi's, Dickies, tall jeans, work pants. I swear these will fit denim. Shop in-store or online at farmandhomesupply.com. Button this up before it's gone.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
Welcome back to Blue Devil Gym. Brock Hampsmeyer, Lindsey Fisher with you on a Western Big Six Tuesday night. And 10-point lead for Quincy. Second quarter now underway. It's brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Three-pointer fired and in and out. Top of the key for the Pioneers right there. Jackson couldn't get it to go. Douglas, Tate, Freiberg, Beeston, and a lob inside intended for Freiberg. He's able to keep it alive long enough for Tate to track down the loose ball. And now Kenai Humphrey, number 22, the sophomore, out there for the first time. Starting this second quarter for Quincy. And they're trying to get into the offense here. Finally getting the ball moving and bodies moving, and Beeston open look, and there's a splashdown. Couple buckets for him, third triple for the Devils. Those big threes, again, are brought to you by State Farm agent Charles Schultz. Give him a call, 217-224-6665.
I mean, for the Blue Devils, if they keep shooting those threes, they keep going in, that builds their confidence as well. So I can see that playing a big contributor tonight as well.
Answer shot won't go, but an offensive rebound. This is Wentz, hits the cutter, and did he travel? Yeah, yes. Polish will commit the turnover. Third on Alleman. Lepper back in. He had a huge first quarter with 12 points on 5 field goals. 3 twos and 2 threes. Tate and Douglas out for Quincy. Griffith and Lepper again returning. 6.5 to go in the second quarter. Lepper out of the high post. Nice feed. And Freiberg. Oh, look out. Brought down the house. How about that? A little give and go.
I mean, looks like Freiberg even shocked himself there. I didn't see him land on the floor, but looks like he might have tripped over one of his teammates.
Well, he hung, was going to come down cleanly, and then a Pioneer inadvertently got in his path, and luckily didn't hurt him as he went down on that. That'll get your Tuesday night crowd into it, and now Freiberg with a steal. And he's going to try to go all the way. Oh, they're going to call offensive foul. Wow. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't think he was set, but I think Freiberg coming in hard there after his dunk, I think he might have knocked the poor Alleman player down pretty hard there.
He was definitely feeling it. I don't think he thought he was going to get another dunk out of it, but
still went in aggressive though.
Granted, he hasn't been shy tonight. Misses that three. Rebound Griffith. 5:48 to go, second quarter. Humphrey in a hurry, right down the middle of the paint, and he can't get it. Freiberg on the offensive glass, no. And Alleman able to clear. And that's a contested deep three, no. And Beeston's going to get called for the foul on the shot by Jackson. So that's going to be 3 shots for Bryce Jackson, the sophomore. 5:33 to go here in the second quarter. And again, that ill-advised foul right there aside. Hard to find too many things to nitpick at here so far for Quincy.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. They're doing everything well, especially I think I can point out just aggressive rebounding on both ends. I think QHS has come up with multiple rebounds. I mean, they're just bodying up Alleman right now.
Punkowitz back into the Pioneers lineup, replacing Polish. Jackson only made 1 of the 3, so it's a 14-point lead for Quincy. Lepper, quick post. Double team comes. He hook shots it over him anyway and missed it. Alleman's been a little 3-point happy here of late. There's a drive and kick. A better look that time, and they hit it. Granite. He's got 10 of their 14 points. His second 3 under 5 to play first half. He is single-handedly keeping them in this game.
Yeah, it looks on the other end, they're just playing like a little 5-out.
Griffith, who has not shot it well from long range, but the freshman buries that one. And again, those big threes are brought to you by State Farm agent Charles Schultz, located at 48th and Broadway. Pass into the post, too high, turnover. Quincy will take it. Beeston, he had Humphrey cutting baseline, but I don't know if he stopped. The pass was too far. Kind of a combination of things there.
He probably thought Kanai was a little taller than what he is. I think that's where we're going to go with.
That's what I hope most people do for me, too, in life. Bossell back on the floor, by the way, for Quincy. About halfway through the second quarter, Humphrey picks a pocket. And we got a jump ball in the backcourt. Humphrey and Jackson, and it will be Quincy ball. Kanai creates a turnover. Number 6 on Alleman. I've got Quincy for 3 so far, so plus in that category as well here in the first half. As Van Meegam's going to check back in, he'll replace Jackson. Exactly 4 minutes to go. Second quarter. Lepper pass to the cutting Humphrey, but he got surrounded. Now Beeston will try the paint and kick it out. Now Clausell patient up top, pick and roll, drives in, long strides, and then he's fouled at the hoop. And that's going to be Van Meegem. And it's going to be 2 shots for Jewels. He had a bucket in the first quarter, and he'll make the first trip to the free throw line tonight for Quincy. The only ones for the Pioneers was those 3 shots for Jackson earlier here in the second quarter. And Jewel's trying to continue the upward trend of free throw shooting for Quincy here the last couple games anyway. Got that team percentage over 50%, as we mentioned on the pregame, and 2 for 2. Every single one improves that trajectory.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Andy Douglas worked on 3-point shooting and free throw shooting here, probably on his Monday practice.
Yeah, there's a foul as Van Meegem split 2 Quincy defenders, and they're going to give it to Beeston. That's his second. Well, it's funny. They hit several threes in the first half Saturday night against Springfield, too, but then didn't hit one at all in the second half despite the win. That three is long. Rebound Quincy. Beeston kicks it. Wanted it back, and they're going to reset. Lepper steps out. Waits for the action on the other side. Faked a handoff to Griffith. Now kicks it over. Clausell passed up 2 looks. Now Lepper, tough catch. Good pass to the cutting Humphrey, but he's blocked. Good block by Basiri. Now quick three the other way. Granite, no. And Humphrey a rebound. 2:45 left in the half. 16-point Quincy lead. Clausell, nice dish to Lepper for 2. 14 now for Brennan in the first half. His first here in the second quarter as Quincy deflects that one out on the baseline. Subs on both sides. Parker Douglas back in replacing Beeston. And you got Darion McDaniel, the freshman. And, oh, look at this. Look who's checking in for Quincy.
That Whitfield?
Milton Whitfield making his first appearance of the season. Now, I was told that he was going to come back soon, but I didn't expect to see him tonight.
Yeah, I think he was dressed against Springfield, but he didn't make an appearance.
Yeah, he went through warm-ups on Saturday night. And, boy, we'll look out. Hey guys.
Hey, he hasn't been in a while. Give him
so
a break.
Excited to get in, he didn't tuck his jersey in, and the official makes him do that before we get going here. But obviously really good to see Whitfield back in game action. And here's a steal by Parker Douglas. He'll go coast to coast and miss it. Whitfield, how about that? On the floor and immediately gets a bucket. On the putback to make it a 20-point Quincy lead. And there's a foul on Whitfield as he met the 6'7" freshman. I was about to say he checked in during that wave as well. Abraham Awar, the big freshman for the Pioneers, in for the first time. Now Jack Went replaces Van Meegum.
Yeah, Whitfield comes in, gets a couple points and a foul. You know, he's out to even it out, I guess.
Yeah, got to get all your chops in as Went for 3, no. Rebound loose, and Whitfield able to get a piece of it, and Clausell now. And again, a healthy and contributing Milton Whitfield can really change the look of this Blue Devil team as that pass was deflected out. Stays with Quincy on the baseline. Lobbed in, Lepper, free throw line jumper, got it. And that is 16 now for Lepper in the first half.
See, he ended Springfield's game with 16, so maybe tonight he'll double it.
Yeah, he's hunting 20.
Let's say he's on the hunt.
Minute and a half to go until halftime. Quincy continues to extend their lead. It's up to 22 now. Award dribbles to the free throw line, pull up, got it. And freshman scoring buckets at both ends. Now Lepper on the block, waits, power dribble, and stolen by the freshman McDaniel. He'll try to race end to end, and got it. Back-to-back freshman buckets for the Pioneers. Minute to go. As both of them got their first of the night. And now Lepper throws it away. 45 seconds. Pull up, tough floater, but it's good by Basiri. That's his first points. And the Pioneers on a 6-0 run to cut into the lead. Now Clausell drives right into contact. No whistle, no bucket. 26 seconds. Pioneers could continue a little mini run here to end the half. McDaniel held it for a second. Down to 15 seconds. Went. Dribbling it out near midcourt. Sets up a high screen and roll. Gets into the paint. Floater is good. 8-0 run by the Pioneers. Final seconds. And Clausell Lepper wasn't looking for it, and it's another Quincy turnover. That's a couple of bad ones here to end the half. As Tate will check in for Lepper. And Andy Douglas with a word for his freshman. He's had a great first half, but wasn't looking for that. Now Wentz gets a heave from midcourt, and we go to halftime. So after a great first 15 minutes or so of that first half, Lindsay, a flat final minute, and the Pioneers get an 8-0 run to get back in the ball game here as we go to halftime.
Yeah, as the beginning of the game, you would think, like, we've heard Andy Douglas talk over and over again, once this team clicks, luck out. And that's what you saw in this first quarter. But I think Andy Douglas is going to talk to him, calm him down a little bit. That 8-0 run is definitely something you don't want to have happen after the Blue Devils did a great job opening up strong.
We'll come back with more on the halftime. Right after this, it's the Blue Devils on WGEM.
If you've been in a motor vehicle accident, contact McCleary Law.
There was nowhere to go. We were on the bridge.
All of a sudden, a guy started going over in our lane and hit his head on.
I couldn't even breathe. It was just unbelievable that it even happened.
We needed to get a hold of an attorney, and our first thoughts was to get a hold of Dan McCleary. Everything's pretty easy when you deal with Dan.
He got us way more than we expected to get.
We don't charge anything until we win your case. Call McCleary Law.
Some things just go together, like your bones, your joints, and when you need us, you and the Quincy Medical Group Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team. Our expert orthopedics team is performing knee replacements at our QMG Surgery Center. Your total knee replacement is our total focus, and we're committed to getting you moving again fast. We'll have you up in no time, and you'll be home the same day. We'll be with you every step of your recovery, so you can get back to your life. QMG Orthopedics and you, always a joint effort.
Is it time for a career makeover? For 14 years, Tri-State residents have made a career change and have turned dreams into a reality with help from the John Wood Community College Career Makeover. Register online now at jwcc.edu/makeover for your chance to win full tuition, fees, and books from John Wood Community College. You deserve the chance for a career makeover from WGEM and John Wood Community College Foundation.
Every first matters.
The first alarm, the first cup of coffee, and the first look at what your day can bring.
And WGEM is right there with you with your first alert.
Breaking overnight, we are live.
So what's happening right now? We go into first alert later this afternoon for strong to severe thunderstorms.
And your first look at what could impact your morning.
This fire started around 4:30 this morning.
No matter where you choose to watch, WGEM is here to start your day.
Every first, every morning, we're here. WGEM News Today.
We're back at Blue Devil Gym. Halftime brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Quincy built the lead up to as much as 22, but then the Pioneers responded with an 8-0 run to end the first half to cut this to a 14-point game at the half. 36-22 is our score. We'll get to the full first half stat sheet in just a bit. Couple of other good games in the Western Big Six tonight as well on this Tuesday night. You've got Moline at Geneseo. The Maroons up 7 at the end of the first quarter of that one. And probably the biggest game of the night. Two teams atop the conference standings at 4-1. You've got UT at Rock Island tonight. We'll see if we get any updates of that one along the way and try to pass those along as well. But we'll get to that full halftime stat sheet when we come back right here on WGEM.
Happiness starts with a smile, and Advanced Dental Care gives you more reasons to smile. Passion, focus, precision. At Advanced Dental Care, quality care is our commitment to you. Whether it's your first visit or a routine checkup, get the care you deserve. Choose Advanced Dental Care, where we offer comprehensive dental care and orthodontic services for children and adults. Comfortable, compassionate care. ADVDentalCare.com. 4561 Main Street. Schedule your appointment today. New patients welcome. At Advanced Dental Care, we'll make you smile.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit QuincyMedGroup.com/sports injury.
I'm Natalie Will. Every month I have the honor of surprising an amazing teacher with a WGEM Golden Apple Award. Now, I need your help finding the next honoree. Students, parents, if there's a teacher making a difference in your life, nominate them at WGEM.com. Let's celebrate the teachers who inspire us every day. Nominate your teacher for the WGEM Golden Apple Awards.
The WGEM Golden Apple Awards, sponsored by Hy-Vee, Taupro, and State Street Bank.
Oh, it's been fantastic. From setup to, the first crowd coming through, it's just been fantastic. It's my first year doing the show, and so it's really been rewarding to get to, meet with people and just really get my business out there, my message out there, and what I offer. I should say it's a great opportunity for small businesses to really market their product and their service and get their message out there for the community. It's really great networking.
Halftime continues, and let's get to your halftime stat sheet brought to you by Tri-City Sports. Find them in the main center in downtown Quincy and customize your team with Tri-City Sports. For the Blue Devils in the first half, Brennan Lepper led the way with 16 points. That matches his team high for the game in the win on Saturday night against Springfield. We still got a half to go. 5 points each for Tim Griffith and Avery Beeston. 4 for Joels Clausel, and 2 apiece for Douglas Freiberg and Milton Whitfield, making his season debut. Got right in there in the second quarter, got himself a bucket. Quincy's total of 36, 2 for 2 at the free throw line, and they had 5 turnovers. Of course, 2 of those were in the final minute. Pioneers, meanwhile, they were led by Miles Granite, the sophomore, with 10 points. Jack Wentz had 5. You had 3 other players with a bucket each, and Bryce Jackson with a single point on a free throw. Total of 22. And Jackson was the only one to shoot a free throw, 1 of 3 in the first half. And I had the Pioneers for 7 turnovers. So, again, you can't take away that final minute of the half, Lindsay. It happened. Pioneers got back in the game with that 8-0 run, but prior to that, again, there's not much to scoff at here on the stat sheet or what we saw in the first half from Quincy.
I would say all Blue Devils that first quarter, which is great for this team and a great thing to build off of. Like we hear Andy say all season, like I said earlier, it's like once this team gets together and they play aggressive, it's fun to watch. It was really fun to watch that first quarter and that first half, how they came out. I think I mentioned to you, I was like, that was a fast first quarter. I think that's great, fast-paced basketball, and I think Blue Devils might have worn out Alleman there for a little bit, but yeah, can't take away that last minute. So
we'll see what the message was and if the message was received as they start the third quarter coming up here in a few moments, right here on WGEM.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, 4 more. 5, 6, per via pick. 7, 8, windows are great. 9, 10, do it again.
Doors and more. What's the more?
Windows!
Top 5 reasons you should choose
Blessing Raymond College.
small classes, peer tutoring, and lots of personal attention.
Financial aid opportunities, including grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness.
Successful outcomes, from pass rates to job placement.
Hands-on learning, clinical experience at multiple sites, and no wait list.
The Simulation Center.
Master clinical skills in this state-of-the-art facility.
Be ready for anything.
What are you waiting for?
Enroll with Blessing Raymond College today.
The home show is a great investment for us. The process of getting set up and working with WGM is awesome. The home show this year has been really good for us. A lot of foot traffic, people coming through, some familiar faces, some new. It's a great way for us to get out and just kind of be in front of the general public and let them know we're here for anything that they might need throughout the year. The home show is nice because it brings in people from all over the tri-state area. The home show has meant a lot to BNN. WGM does a great job representing our business the way we want.
Every first matters.
The first alarm, the first cup of coffee, and the first look at what your day can bring.
And WGEM is right there with you with your first alert.
Breaking overnight, we are live on...
So what's happening right now? We go into first alert later this afternoon for strong to severe thunderstorms.
And your first look at what could impact your morning.
This fire started around 4:30 this morning.
No matter where you choose to watch, WGEM is here to start your day.
Every first, every morning, we're here. WGEM News Today.
Comfort. It's a basic necessity. It can be a treat, a cozy place. Often, it's each other. It's something we feel, feeling comfortable. Since 1955, Peters Heating and Air, along with Carrier, has kept comfort in stock. We know that, in good times or bad, one of the most inherent things we ask for is this simple feeling. That's something we'll always provide and preserve. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Peters Heating and Air.
You know, you make a better door than a window.
Actually, we make both. Doors and more. What's the more?
Right back to it. Third quarter underway at Blue Devil Gym, and Granite keeps firing as he did that first half and misses another three. Third quarter brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. First Blue Devil possession of the second half. Again, Pioneers into that first half on an 8-0 run. Let's see if Quincy can get back on track here. Rolling to the paint. Lepper leans in. Hook shot good. And that's exactly where it should go. 18 now on the night for the big freshman. This is Jack Wentz. Three-pointer fired again. Short. Pioneers have chucked a lot of threes tonight. Jackson misses that one.
I was say I think they're chucking threes because I think if they get in the paint, I think Lepper is gonna shut them down. I don't think there's a person above 6 foot out there right now for Alleman.
Granite is listed at 6'2", but he's the only one. Wentz three. No. Looked good, but didn't fall. 0 of 3 from long range to start for the Pioneers. Now, Douglas, baseline, fires. Lepper, a triple. Oh, what a roll. His third of the night, and he's got 21. And the first 5 here in the third quarter, those big threes, brought to you by State Farm agent Charles Schultz at 48th and Broadway. Wentz, nice take, and got it to go high off the window. He's got 7. Lead of 17. Douglas splits the D, and he'll lay it in. His second field goal tonight. As we go up and down here. Wentz, pull-up jumper, left angle, short. Douglas surveys, finds Tate. Tate, right side, at the rim, no. And Pioneers now slow it down. 2 minutes gone already here in the third. And largest lead in the first half for Quincy was 22 before that 8-0 run to end the half. As Lepper is going to get called for a foul here as Granite drives on him. And first foul of the second half. And first of the night on Lepper. Miles Granite, the sophomore, who led the way with 10 points in the first half for Alleman. And he cannot get that first free throw to go. 5:42 here in the third quarter. Got that one. So he's got 11. The lead is 18 for Quincy. Lepper waits for the cutters. Kicks it wide open. Douglas, no. Tate, offensive rebound. Goes to the reverse. Got it. And that's Avion's first bucket of the night. And back to a 20-point advantage.
I think the Blue Devils do best and win games. There's a lot of contributors, Brock. I think Tate, Beeston, big 3 in the first quarter. I just think that's where they do best, and there's a lot of players more than 5 scoring.
Granite with a nice move, but can't hit the jumper over Lepper. Yeah, well, that's kind of what this team has to be, honestly. As a nice wraparound pass there. Clausell found Tate underneath, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. I mean, outside of a matchup like this tonight where Lepper's just got a huge advantage down low and you just got to feed him, there's not going to be too many games where this Quincy team's going to have one guy just go off.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, if it's not Clausell, Lepper, or even Douglas one night, like tonight, it's either Tate or even Griffith. So, like I said, if there's 5 players on the court, I think every single one of them are scoring, and QHS is successful.
Coach Morrell for Alleman almost went with a line change there. 4 in, 4 out. And Tate hits both free throws. Quincy now, dare I say it, 4 for 4 at the line tonight. And they match their largest lead right now, 22. That's 21. First time on the floor tonight, senior Bora Baluka. You got Awar, the 6'7" freshman here. He's going to fire the 3 and left it short. Rebound Griffith. Griffith might have got away with steps there. Kicks to Tate for 3. No. Lepper offensive board. Kick out. Clausell a triple. Too strong. And Pioneers able to get this rebound. You got Punkowitz back out there. So is Basiri. Here is Basiri driving right down the middle, and he missed it. Under 4 to play in the third quarter. Griffith quickly down low to Lepper, who has good position and draws a foul on the freshman. Freshman on freshman crime right there. As Awar picks up his first, and Lepper will go to the line for the first time tonight. And considering he's got 21 points, that's saying something. And he knocks it down. Freiberg going to make his first appearance in the second half and replace Tate. Freiberg had that awesome dunk in the first half. I'm going to show you that highlight at some point here when we get a break in the action. As Lepper has made it a new largest lead of the night, he makes both 24-point lead for Quincy and make it 23 on the night for Lepper. That's easily a career high for him as baseline drive no good by McDaniel, and then he and Lepper tie it up on the rebound. And jump ball possession Quincy. And Freiberg is calling for the cleanup crew. As Wendt returns to the Alleman lineup.
I think Freiberg had a little PTSD on that one. Didn't want to slip, so he called over like you said, the cleanup crew to say, hey, clean this up before I fall again.
Pass to the cutter, then a kick out. Freiberg doesn't take the shot. Now opposite into Griffith. Quincy keeping the ball moving here. Now Lepper posting, backing in, hook shot. Oh, he gets a friendly roll again. Have yourself a night, young man. 25 for Lepper. Three minutes to go in the third. Went, drives, spins into the paint. Nice take, but he can't finish it. Quincy starting to pull away and blow this open here as this third quarter continues. Couldn't reverse the ball that time. Now Douglas goes high pick and roll, kicks it out. Clausell passed up the 3, then tried to pass it off and threw it away. First turnover of the third quarter on Quincy, 6 on the night as Lepper commits the foul as McDaniel took it right at him. 2:15 to go in the third, and Darion McDaniel, the freshman, will shoot 2. And 3 freshmen and 4 sophomores have seen action tonight for the Pioneers. A lot like the Blue Devils. Lepper and Clausell now checking out as Beeston and Humphrey come in. McDaniel makes both. He's got 4 points. 24-point Quincy lead. Freiberg on the baseline against the 6'7" freshman. Goes at him. Blocked from behind, though, by a War. And a top of the key 3 is good by Basiri. That is the 4th three-pointer of the night for the Pioneers. Humphrey drives in, kicks out. Douglas wide open, top of the key, and he gets the shooter's roll. Douglas's 3rd field goal. He's got 7. As Wendt gives it up, McDaniel gets underneath, and he lays it in. 6 points for the Pioneers freshman. Quincy avoiding a trap. Douglas now left elbow, pull up, nope. Minute to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I thought Douglas was going to get another friendly roll there, but unfortunately bounced out of the rim there a little bit.
Quincy's hit 6 threes tonight, by the way, after that Douglas 3 moments ago. Wentz gets an open look. No, too strong and out of bounds. With 41.5 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Quincy up by 22. And they're going to run the little triangle offense up top here. Kill some clock with the guards. Coming to trap Douglas, and there's the foul. As McDaniel's going to pick that one up. That'll be his 2nd. Not a lot of fouls in this game tonight.
No, I'd say not a lot of timeouts, not a lot of fouls, or letting the guys play. So
yeah, this game has really moved along pretty quickly. Final 20 seconds now. Beeston will drive into traffic. Tough shot, and he got it. How about Beeston with 7 points tonight? Long pass up the floor. Freiberg knocks it away. And Pioneers will inbound on the baseline with 6.3 seconds. Oh, Wentz off the inbounds, an open look, and he hits it. 10 points for the junior, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Quincy will have to settle for a 21-point advantage as we head to the 4th on WGEM.
At Blessing Health, our pediatrics team is with you and your family in the moments that matter most. From first steps to growing up healthy and strong, supporting their passions as their biggest cheerleader, and guiding them towards their dreams. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way. Visit us at blessinghealth.org to learn more and schedule an appointment today.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
We are back at Blue Devil Gym, and it's been a good night for the Blue Devils so far. Led by 20-plus points. Most of that 3rd quarter once they built the lead up to that point. 4th quarter underway, brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Pioneers ball. Here's Granite driving in, blocked, but they're able to keep it. Here's Van Meegum back on the floor. And they nearly turned it over there, and it's a slide into the backcourt to save it by Belusu. Now a driving Went won't go, and Quincy finally clears it. And here they come. Griffith to Humphrey. Kanai, one step in the paint, kick out, along with Douglas, Freiberg, and Milton Whitfield back out there again, making his first appearance of the season here tonight. Stands in the corner, clapping for it. He wants to fire and can't hit it. And then we got a foul on the rebound going the other way. I think that's going to be on Freiberg. That's his second. So still a 21-point Quincy lead. Whitfield again coming back from that knee injury he suffered over the summer. Hadn't played until tonight, and there's Went again, and he's up to 12 points now. He's now the high point man for the Pioneers with that bucket. Granite has 11. It's pass to the cutting Griffith, had to corral. Oh, he plowed through the defender, got his own rebound, and now they will call the foul on Alleman. Somewhat fortunate he didn't get the offensive foul called on him on that first attempt.
Like you said, I think some of these refs are just letting them play. I have not heard them blow their whistle very much tonight.
Lobbed into Freiberg. He'll take it, kick it. And now Humphrey, no for three. And Granite with a pretty good rebound there. 6:20 to play. And the cutting Went, pulls up in the paint. No. Humphrey off the board. He'll bring it. And now throttle it down a bit. A lot of Brennan Lepper tonight as the freshman put up 25 in the first three quarters as Douglas cutting to the hoop. He's got 9. Good night for all the freshmen. Griffith contributing with 5. There's a 3 by Jackson. That's his first field goal. Alleman back within 18, but now Freiberg misses, got his own rebound. Splits 2 defenders, kicks it out. Milton Whitfield, you bet! Welcome back, Milton. His second field goal buries a triple and might have picked up a foul right there.
Like I said, he's got to make up for it. He's got to come in, get a 3 there, and then he goes and commits a foul like he did in the first quarter. But
you can tell, or at least I feel like I can tell that the quickness, the stamina isn't quite there for him. It's going to take time. But, I mean, you've already seen. I mean, as soon as he stepped on the floor both times, he's gotten a bucket. He's going to make an impact.
Yeah, this Blue Devil gym
the more he
loves him.
plays.
Yep.
So good to see him back in action tonight, and he checks out here. Again, he just got a little taste tonight. Now Clausell jumps the passing lane, and he'll get a steal and bucket. Only 6 tonight for Jewels, but they haven't needed his scoring tonight as McDaniel commits a turnover. And timeout, Alleman, as Coach Morrell wants to talk things over, and that gives us an opportunity here. Real quick, been wanting to get to these highlights. Let's see what we got here as the instant replays are brought to you by Nutrition HQ. That's Lepper stepping out, part of his 25-point night. By the way, home of TB16. Increase energy, reduce cravings, and boost your mood with TB16 at Nutrition HQ. As we get some more, there it is right here. The Freiberg dunk on the feed from Lepper in the first half. Been wanting to get to that one, and there you go. So 25 points on the night for Lepper, and then he had the nice feed there for the Freiburg dunk. And it's been all Blue Devils for the most part tonight as they lead it by 23 here, 5 minutes to go.
As you said earlier, Brock, yeah, Clausel's been quiet tonight, but like you said, they don't usually need his scoring tonight. But he comes in and makes a big impact, so I'm glad to see him out here towards the end of this fourth quarter.
Freiburg off the loose ball. He thought about going up for another one, but he just lays that one in. And he's got 4. It's a full quarter century lead again is, Douglas with a block on Wendt. And now Humphrey, almost lost it, able to corral it. And now Quincy spreads it out in the half court to run a little clock here. Working their way through the offense, being patient here. Clausel gives it up there. 4 minutes to play. And I know Andy Douglas is enjoying this right now because he's been talking all year about them running all the way through the offense, extra passes. Out of the post there to Clausel for 3, back rim, no. And on the push ahead, Wendt thought about it. Now he spins to the baseline and into Humphrey, got it. Jack Wentz had a nice night. He's got 14. 3.5 to play. Up the floor, Humphrey kicks it out. Andy Douglas is stuck with this group on the floor for a while now. Freiburg, little Euro step, and can't get it to go. Now McDaniel, a little out of control, and then he's fouled at the rim. And Griffith committed the foul and helps him up. And it'll be 2 shots for the freshman. As Darion McDaniel, he's already made a couple at the line tonight. Got 6 points. Make it 7. As Beeston, and now a little bit further into the bench for Quincy is Carter Trowbridge, number 15, checking in. And for Alleman, O'War, the 6'7 freshman's back in there. So is Basiri, Polish, Van Meegum, and McDaniel at the line makes them both. He's got 8 points. Now he'll check out. As Baluku back in, and now Clausel's checking out, and now Emmerich Batley, number 3, the senior out there for the first time. And also number 12, Nas Kelly. As both teams going deeper into the benches here with about 3 minutes to go. Freiburg stays out there, so does Beeston. Beeston goes baseline, tried to thread the needle. Luckily that pass got outside off a deflection. Now Quincy again, patiently moving the ball. Running offense, burning that clock. Two and a half minutes to play now. And Quincy's going to go on the road twice this coming weekend. And that backdoor feed, tough catch, Trowbridge, and then he's able to throw it off a Pioneer out of bounds on the baseline to save possession. Headed to Wharton Fieldhouse Friday night. Take on Moline in conference play. And then a tough trip to Lincoln on Saturday against the Railers, who are having a really good season so far. Kelly.
Wharton Fieldhouse is always great to go to. You know, yeah. Douglas against Coach Taylor.
Love Wharton.
Great atmosphere.
Great venue, one of my favorite. Freiburg, and yeah, he double dribbled, and that'll be a Quincy turnover. And I don't have number 5 on my roster for Alleman. So we got a unnamed Pioneer joining the action.
Like you said, deep in the bench, so sometimes a player go out on the floor, you don't know exactly have a name to that jersey.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Minute 40 to go. Freiberg went for a steal, and he actually creates a turnover because it goes off the hands of the unnamed Pioneer. So Quincy, for the first time this season, is going to get back-to-back wins. And they're going to move ahead of the Pioneers in the conference standings to pick up their second Western Big Six win. Trowbridge out of the corner for three, too long. And Alleman has it. Minute 15 to go. Pioneers' brief two-game winning streak comes to a halt here tonight as Trowbridge tenacious on defense, but called for the foul. .109 to go. I guess you could say that Quincy never completely blew this game open, but it's never really been in doubt either here in the second half, really.
I know Andy Douglas just smiled down there. I think he's not stressed in the last minute of the game today.
He's comfortable. He's good.
Yeah, he's comfortable.
And it's a turnover by Awar. Beeston, kick out. Kelly for three. There's a splashdown. Kelly adds another three for the Blue Devils. Those big threes are brought to you by State Farm agent Charles Schultz. You can visit him at 48th and Broadway as Kelly now gets a steal off the turnover. Dishes it off. Beeston. Oh, can't get it to go. Kelly on the putback. And final 20 seconds now to cap a Blue Devil win here on this Tuesday night. Awar fires a three and hit it. And Quincy does not need to shoot here. Beeston considered it, but they're going to dribble it out. And it is back-to-back wins for Quincy. First time this season. They've won consecutive games. And they make it 16 consecutive wins head-to-head now against the Pioneers of Alleman as the Blue Devils win it 70-47. Pretty comfortable throughout that second half, Lindsay. And, that 8-0 run to end the first half, I'm sure gave Andy Douglas something to go at him about in the halftime locker room a little bit. But overall, big picture tonight, a lot to be pleased with if you're the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that. I mean, I think Andy Douglas went in there and said, don't get complacent. Complacency is something you don't want to have in sports, in any type of sport. You don't want to settle. So he definitely harped on that for sure, and now he's sitting comfortably with a 70-47 win against Alleman.
Quincy moves to 5-10 overall with back-to-back wins. Now 2-4 in the Western Big Six. And they stop Alleman's brief two-game winning streak. Pioneers fall to 5-12 overall, and they are 1-5 in the Western Big Six. Quincy a winner on the home floor for the second straight game. And we'll come back on the post-game coverage with more numbers, a chat with Coach Douglas, and more. It is the Blue Devils right here on WGEM.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, doors and more. 5, 6, per via pick. 7, 8, windows are great. 9, 10, do it again.
Doors and more. What's the more?
Windows!
Top 5 reasons you should choose
Blessing Raymond College.
small classes, peer tutoring, and lots of personal attention.
Financial aid opportunities, including grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness.
Successful outcomes, from pass rates to job placement.
Hands-on learning, clinical experience at multiple sites, and no wait list.
The Simulation Center.
Master clinical skills in this state-of-the-art facility.
Be ready for anything.
What are you waiting for?
Enroll with Blessing Raymond College today.
The home show is a great investment for us. The process of getting set up and working with WGM is awesome. The home show this year has been really good for us. A lot of foot traffic, people coming through, some familiar faces, some new. It's a great way for us to get out and just kind of be in front of the general public and let them know we're here for anything that they might need throughout the year. So the home show is nice because it brings in people from all over the tri-state area. The home show's meant a lot to BNN. WGM does a great job representing our business the way we want.
Every first matters.
The first alarm, the first cup of coffee, and the first look at what your day can bring.
And WGEM is right there with you with your first alert.
Breaking overnight, we are live.
So what's happening right now? We go into first alert later this afternoon for strong to severe thunderstorms.
And your first look at what could impact your morning.
This fire started around 4:30 this morning.
No matter where you choose to watch, WGEM is here to start your day.
Every first, every morning, we're here. WGEM News Today.
Comfort. It's a basic necessity. It can be a treat, a cozy place. Often, it's each other. It's something we feel, feeling comfortable. Since 1955, Peters Heating and Air, along with Carrier, has kept comfort in stock. We know that, in good times or bad, one of the most inherent things we ask for is this simple feeling. That's something we'll always provide and preserve. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Peters Heating and Air.
You know, you make a better door than a window.
Actually, we make both. Doors and more. What's the more?
We're back at Blue Devil Gym. It is a final and first time this season back-to-back wins for Quincy as they knock off the Alleman Pioneers tonight 70-47. And a new career high, 25 points for Brennan Lepper to lead the way. He got a lot of help too, but certainly a big night for the big freshman. And it's again, he's not going to have that kind of an advantage in the paint too many times this season. So it was good to see Quincy know it, recognize it, and get it to the big man early and often.
Yeah, I love to see Lepper getting a lot of action down there. He's a great kid, and being able to see him have a big night is just refreshing for Coach Douglas and just for QHS. So yeah, he did a great job tonight.
Jack Went led the way for the Pioneers with 14. We'll get to the full post-game stat sheet in just a few moments. Stick with us on our post-game coverage of a Blue Devil victory here on WGEM.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit QuincyMedGroup.com/sports injury.
I'm Natalie Will. Every month I have the honor of surprising an amazing teacher with a WGEM Golden Apple Award. Now, I need your help finding the next honoree. Students, parents, if there's a teacher making a difference in your life, nominate them at WGEM.com. Let's celebrate the teachers who inspire us every day. Nominate your teacher for the WGEM Golden Apple Award.
The WGEM Golden Apple Awards, sponsored by Hy-Vee, Taupro, and State Street Bank.
Is it time for a career makeover? For 14 years, Tri-State residents have made a career change and have turned dreams into a reality with help from the John Wood Community College Career Makeover. Register online now at jwcc.edu/makeover for your chance to win full tuition, fees, and books from John Wood Community College. You deserve the chance for a career makeover from WGEM and John Wood Community College Foundation.
We're back here on the post game, and we're going to have Coach Douglas here in just a moment. I can tell you that the post game coach's interview is brought to you by your local State Farm agent, Bill Turlesner. You can give him a call at 217-224-5586. He's located at 12th and Harrison in Quincy. And got Coach, as you can see, right alongside now here at Blue Devil Gym. Back-to-back wins. How about that, Coach? Good job by these guys. Lindsay and I were just talking before you came up here, and there's not going to be too many times on your schedule that Brendan's going to have this kind of an advantage as he had tonight, and it was good to see your guys recognize it. Obviously, it was a point of emphasis, and you got him going early and often.
He played solid. Wasn't feeling well either, so a little bit of a flu game maybe, but maybe not the flu, knock on wood.
Right, yeah.
But, no, he played solid, man. He was aggressive inside, took advantage of opportunities outside when they played off of him, and, great game by him.
Yeah. I think some of the stuff that we talked about on Saturday night, that your guys did better, the confidence gained, it definitely felt like there was some carryover there. I saw some of the same things, better box outs, better aggressiveness, just little things early in this one.
Attention to detail for the most part, up until the last 45 seconds or so. But we talked a lot about that at halftime.
Yeah.
26 turnovers. When you have 26 against Springfield, luckily we were able to force them into 26 turnovers as well. But that's not typical. If they have 25, the outcome's probably a little different than it was being a 1-point game. So value in each possession is something that this group is. I've wrote that down so many times I might get it tattooed. But value in the possession is something that this group we're learning. We have guys that are stepping up as point guards, stepping into bigger leadership roles and wanting that leadership role. But, this is a prime example of having the ball with 40 seconds left and wanting to get the last shot. In two quarters, one, we turned it over and we ended up turning it over 3 times going into half. And then, at the end of the third, I believe it was doing the same thing, scoring, which is great, score with 10 seconds, but you're giving them the ball with 10 seconds and a 2 doesn't beat a 3 in the corner. So just got to be smarter in some of those situations. And, guys are getting put in those. So it's good for them to learn from it. And that was a big thing after the game is, you're going to have failures that take place. Unfortunately, in this day we live in, we don't like to see people fail. We don't like to see kids fail. And sometimes that's our biggest teacher, but you got to learn from it. And that's where our group is right now is, we're going to fail in some of those areas, and that's okay if we learn from it, if we get better from it. And, that's a lesson that we're going to have to learn here, sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. I knew we were going to see him soon. I didn't know for sure if we'd see him tonight, but good to see Milton back out there and get some minutes in and get a couple buckets and get those feet wet.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. Teared up a little bit watching him go out there, and kid's been through a lot over the years, and for him to be accepted by the crowd the way he was and by the student section and his own teammates, his teammates are his biggest fans. Like they love Milton and what he brings to the team is both a basketball player, but, big as a leader and stepping into a big leadership role this year with this group. And it was great to see him out there. He's got a long ways to go to get to where he can, play at the highest level, but, hopefully he'll get there sooner.
I mean, whatever percentage he's at now, he steps on the floor and gets 2 buckets tonight, right? That's right.
That's what he does. That's his game.
You don't want to set the bar of expectation unnecessarily high, but yet you see him again, totally rusty. Just go out there and get no big deal.
The kid's a player, and he would have had a major impact on this group. He did over the summer.
Yeah.
Even when we were losing games, he was still a guy that he made everybody on the floor better. His communication out on the floor, the energy that he brings every time he steps out there, the leadership that he brings is just, it's big time.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see him, again, hopefully get back into shape as we go along the rest of this season. And, good to see back-to-back wins, and it now sets you up for obviously a really tough weekend coming up with, road games at Moline and Lincoln.
Yeah, two tough weekends in a row. I mean, we said we're going to have more tough weekends than not, but, going to Moline, going to Lincoln, and turning around and playing Rocky and Columbia Hickman in the shootout, so it's going to be a tough one for us for sure, but, it's good for our guys to get a little confidence boost in the last two different games, but a lot that we can learn from, and a lot of positives as well.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man.
All right, brother.
We'll see you Friday night at Wharton.
Sounds good. Appreciate you.
Andy Douglas, always appreciate him. It's your post-game coaches interview brought to you by your local State Farm agent, Bill Turlesner. Give him a call, 217-224-5586. He's located at 12th and Harrison. We'll take a timeout, and then I'll come back, and then we'll get to that final stat sheet in just a moment here on WGEM.
At Blessing Health, our pediatrics team is with you and your family in the moments that matter most. From first steps to growing up healthy and strong, supporting their passions as their biggest cheerleader, and guiding them towards their dreams. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way. Visit us at blessinghealth.org to learn more and schedule an appointment today.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
I got maybe two.
Back on the post game, as you see, Brock Hampsmeyer, Lindsey Fisher with you. Let's get to your final post game stat sheet brought to you by Tri-City Sports. You can give them a call, 217-224-2489, or visit them at 535 Main Street, Quincy. Customize your team with Tri-City Sports. For the victorious Blue Devils tonight, Brennan Lepper, the freshman, with easily his career high here tonight, 25 points. And he did that in the first 3 quarters of action. Hit 3 threes, 6 twos, and 2 for 2 at the free throw line to boot. Heck of a night for Brennan Lepper. Nobody else in double figures, but a lot of other guys did get in the scoring action. Parker Douglas had 9. Avery Beeston off the bench with 7. Clausell had 6. Couple guys with 5, and so on and so forth. It all added up to 70 on the night for Quincy, which is one of their higher totals of the season, too, while I'm thinking about it. In fact, that is a new season high for the Blue Devils in total points in a ball game as well. 6 for 6 at the free throw line, and I had Quincy for 7 turnovers. For the Pioneers, Jack Wendt, the junior, led the way with 14. Miles Granite had 11. Let's see, the freshman Darion McDaniel with 8. And then 3 other players scored, added up to 47. 6 of 9 at the free throw line for the Pioneers, and I had Alleman for 12 turnovers on the night. So free throws, check. Plus 5 turnovers, check. And big night from Brennan Lepper, check, check, check.
Yeah, like we've been saying it all year. Broken record, if they eliminate this, eliminate that, and they did that today, and look what? Came up with the dubs. So,
yep.
Easier said than done. You can say that up here as we're commentating and talking, but yeah, just all around great basketball from the Blue Devils tonight.
Let's get a couple more highlights in here before we wrap it up. These are all brought to you by Nutrition HQ, home of TB16. Increase energy, reduce cravings, and boost your mood with TB16. As we got, I think that's into the quarter there maybe. So we'll jump to the next one here. That's the steal and score. One of the last buckets of the ball game right there, Parker Douglas. And we're going to go back in time a little bit here. See if I can find it one more time. Well, that's Lepper inside, part of his big 25-point night. I'm on the hunt. Floater from Douglas. I don't know how many we had in the second half. Let's see what we got here. Okay, maybe I might have gone too far. Did I go too far? I think I did. So let's see here. Let's see if I can find it one more time. Okay, there's Lepper stepping out for 3, so it's going to be the next one. So there's, again, hit a couple of threes to go in that 25-point night as well. I think this is the money ball right here. First dunk of the season coming your way right now. Wilson Freiberg on the feed from Lepper. There's your highlight of the night right there, brought to you by Nutrition HQ. That leads us to our MVP of the night. It's sponsored by Mercantile Bank, a United Community Bank. Gee, gosh, I wonder who we're going to go with tonight, Lindsay. How about Brennan Lepper?
How about Big B Lep? I think he deserves this one tonight, Brock.
I think he deserved it at halftime, but he added some on in the third quarter as well, just for good measure. New career high, 25 tonight. Again, 3 threes. He dropped 7 two-pointers. Let me get that right. And 2 for 2 at the free throw line as well. He had the advantage tonight. He took advantage. He scored down low, stepped out, hit a few threes as well. Really good night for the freshman to lead the way. Brennan Lepper is your Blue Devil MVP, sponsored by Mercantile Bank, a United Community Bank. And that's going to do it for the broadcast tonight. Lindsay, appreciate you as always. Try to think. I don't think you're on the road with us this weekend, are you?
Nope. Fortunately, started softball this week, so.
Okay, that's all right.
Got, on winter break was helping you guys out. Still going to help you out at home games, but.
Okay.
Road might be.
Sounds good.
Might be.
Well, maybe see you at the shootout then the following weekend.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great event.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend here at Quincy High Schools. They host their Quincy shootout for what has become a huge annual event here in Quincy and for basketball fans. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and that will be the next home action coming up that Friday night. The shootout goes Friday and Saturday. They'll play their conference game against Rock Island that Friday the 23rd. And then as Coach mentioned when I talked to him earlier, they'll face Columbia Hickman is their matchup on that Saturday at 7:30 on the 24th. But first things first, on the road this weekend, Friday night at Wharton Fieldhouse against Moline in WB6 action. And then a Saturday night trip to Lincoln, who's always a tough matchup as well. So 2 good ones coming up this weekend. Watch them right here, WGEM Smart TV app, News app, or WGEM.com as always. For Lindsey Fisher, I'm Brock Hampsmeyer saying so long from Blue Devil Gym. Quincy wins it tonight, 70-47 over the Alleman Pioneers. We'll see you Friday in Moline with more Blue Devil action right here on WGEM. Good night.